Now, for those who uh, don't know me, 2 years ago, my kidneys were collapsing. I was lost all my money, was on the road. Um, I've been to 2 psychiatric hospitals. I've been subjected to multiple human rights violations, diagnosed with bipolar disorder 3 times wrongfully. And then until I discovered from the film of Richard, who's with us today, a film called Disconnection. Uh, I watched his film, which we're gonna screen later here today. And when I watched it, I knew that the search has begun. And that search has led us to today. I started Reconnect almost a year ago on March 21st last year, which is Happiness Day. And then we're here today, almost 11 months later, celebrating Valentine's Day. So in the process, and this is, I told Claudia that I have a surprise for her. Now, in the process of this whole story that I told you in a very short manner, I lost rights to my daughter due to mental illness. And I found out 8 months ago that I had to get permission from a court in order to even spend time with my daughter. And since then, I think I've done more than what is deemed acceptable publicly and legally and whatever to get rights to my daughter. And today, 3 hours ago, I received the verdict of the court restoring my full rights to my daughter on equal custody basis.
Yay, Roger! Very nice.
I want to especially thank Global Mental Health Peer Network and especially Claudia in particular, because she's heard me cry, she's heard me angry, and she's always been there. And so are many of the people. Maisa, Coach Maisa, who's here, she's the first person who believed in Reconnect and supported until today. So I'm so thankful for everyone. I think we're launching something very powerful today. I'm going to start it before I move to Global Mental Health Peer Network. I wrote something for the occasion that I want to read. So if you allow me, it's called I Am Angry, not hangry, angry. So Martin Luther King was not the first nor the only victim of racism and slavery, but he was the only one who had a dream. And his famous speech, I Had a Dream, remains a classic speech of freedom and human rights. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, ruler of Dubai, was not the first tribal Bedouin under the scorching sun, victim of its summer heat and thirst, but he was the only one who saw that Mars is cooler than the sun, and the UAE leadership landed a rocket in the Mars orbit for scientific research under the title of Impossible is Possible. So what seemed impossible 50 years ago, when the UAE was a tribal desert, has shown us that the impossible is possible with vision. This place has transformed literally from a desert to what it is now in 50 years. So I'm not the first human being who falls through the cracks of society due to mental illness and stigma, but most importantly, due to failed health systems, flawed legal systems, and inhumane religious patriarchies who claim to be pro-life. But since I am the only one accused of being angry about it and who have no issue whatsoever in expressing my anger, I'm going to speak my heart out and say, I am angry. I am angry because I know that mental illnesses have doubled in the last 2 decades because of poor food choices and lack of movement. That's why the Heartfulness Initiative integrates doshas, nutrition, health coaching, gut health awareness, and movement at the heart of its program. To reverse mental illnesses by minus 50%, we need more nutritionists, less psychiatrists. I am angry because I know that vitamin D deficiency is the #1 source of depression globally, and humans are given antidepressants instead of a holiday at the beach, where they can bathe under God's sun for free organic vitamin D. The Heartfulness Initiative is at the beach and at the pool and at the park and online, and our heart is green and sustainable, just like the heart chakra. And we just launched our website today for those of you who would like to do their self-assessment on the 7 dimensions of wellness. It is reconnectheartfulness.com. We launched it actually 2 days ago, but today we got the questionnaire for people to do their own self-assessment. I am angry because I know, because children who have been abused by the ones who were meant to love them the most are now adults with borderline disorder when all they need is to relearn how to trust and love. Carl Jung healed a woman with schizophrenia living on the moon. She created her world on the moon because she lost trust in human beings due to parental hate and abuse. Carl Jung healed her because he knew that the only way for her to come back is through a human connection. The Heartfulness Initiative involves 3 local and international peer support programs where all that there is human connection. I am angry because I was misdiagnosed 3 times with a mental illness when I never had one in the first place. And so many are diagnosed with mental illnesses when they never had one in the first place because of the lack of empathy. Whether you are diagnosed, misdiagnosed, or want to be diagnosed or re-diagnosed, the Heartfulness Initiative, in collaboration with all of you, will guide you through the whole process, including the elimination of physical reasons, adequate counseling time, and a science-based holistic approach to healing. Our online and offline mental health partners provide mental health support and awareness to whoever needs them 24 hours a day, because when it comes to saving lives, it doesn't matter who does it first or best, as long as we do it. And when it comes to suicide, access to humanity does save lives. I am angry because I know that 66% of mental illnesses are healed within 3 to 5 years. And I am angrier because we are told mental illnesses are hereditary and lifelong sentences of stigma and medication, and even worse, self-stigma, which is the most dangerous of all stigmas. The Heartfulness Initiative is a science-based holistic program of healing and transformation that is geared towards healing, full recovery, and transcendence into the best version of yourself, and unapologetically so. And most likely within 12 to 24 months. And for that end, we present solutions such as global change makers from Switzerland for youth entrepreneurship and design thinking. We have with us Saga Performance from Sweden for an analytics-based approach to be Superman or Superwoman. And we have integrated a human resources partner, which is called Ask HR, represented by Lina Hariri, to support participating individuals with their career needs based on purpose finding and doing only what they love. So we have Dr. Jeremy with us. I am angry because people are told it's okay to not be okay, that it's okay to be suffering, that it's okay to numb the pain with medication instead of face the pain through human connection, coaching, healing, and motivation. The Heartfulness Initiative presents a holistic science-based approach to healing that says it's not okay not to be okay, and that if you are suffering, we will suffer with you until you laugh your heart out with us. And that if you are on medication, then you don't need to deal with stigma, the labeling and the humiliation, because all you'll need to do is make the choice to make new friends with people with lived experience. We eliminate stigma only by walking away from it and giving it the middle finger. We are collaborating with Soul Hope here in Dubai and globally with the Global Mental Health Peer Network to give voice and love to those who suffer from mental illness and learning opportunities for mental health advocates of the future, voicing out the lived experience, narrative for the betterment of our societies, to make our mental health more humane and even profitable in its humanity, because mental health systems can be human-centric and profitable at the same time. And there are best practices to prove that. Check out the state of California and check out Dubai and the UAE very soon. And don't go too far. Look what's happening here. I think we have one of the best gatherings in the world for people who can create the change. I am angry because in many places around the world, people are afraid of their health systems and their doctors because of the absence of patient protection laws that ensure that every doctor is accountable for the mission and the oath that he or she swore. The Heartfulness Initiative is launching from the UAE, whose mission is to make this country the happiest, most tolerant, and healthiest place in the world within 10 years. And we know the UAE will manifest it because the UAE stands for mental strength. We've seen them do so many things. There's Vision 2040. It's all about sustainable transformation. And most importantly, why we are here and support it is the UAE National Strategy for Wellbeing 2031, which will manifest into one of the best healthcare systems in the world and a global wellness destination that the world will fly into for being the best version of themselves. We are not only supported by a country, we are supported by organizations and brands. Link Viva is an event agency here who's done wonders for us. It's one of the best agencies we truly have seen. Radisson Red in Dubai Silicon Oasis, they will be supporting the Heartfulness Initiative in 3 programs geared towards youth and student enablement. Voss Water have supported us from day one. Voss Water from Norway, literally the first time we went to them, they supported us, they enabled us to be here today. And today we are at Goy Gourmet here in the Ripe Market in Dubai, and we've been also doing a lot of initiatives here, and the Heartfulness Initiative is also going to be present in its physical form. So actually we will be present in a physical form, not as medical centers, but as programs, spaces to promote the 7 dimensions of wellness as a form of healing and to offer enablement programs for individuals and for programs. And today, I can tell you that anger has been the catalyst for Reconnect and the Heartfulness Initiative. Now imagine what every human can do if they change what made them angry into the solutions of the future. That's called social entrepreneurship, design thinking, and human performance. And we are presenting some of the best local and global solutions with this project. So I'll conclude. Why so angry? Forget the past, we are told. We are told to forget the violence in our homes. We are told to forget the wars we lived. We are told to forget our traumas and told they are dramas. Why so angry? Forget the past. If I had forgotten the past, I wouldn't be right here in front of you alive or shedding my anger and co-creating a science-based holistic program of human healing and transformation based on 3 basic values: empathy, human connection, and love. 2 years ago, I was dying from a mental illness and I healed with empathy, human connection, and love. Happy Valentine's Day.